Platinum Kaizo is coming out in a month. Less than a month, really. It comes out March 15th. Don't know the time. And we know some things. We've seen trailers, teasers in the form of a romance story, kind of. Twitch plays Pokemon, play Platinum Kaizo as a teaser. We have a couple tabs that go over some of those things that people have noticed and gathered from everything that we've seen. I haven't looked at this yet, so I've obviously noticed some things as well. Do we watch the Muck Gardevoir story in order? What do you guys think? Should we? Yes? Okay, we'll start with these three. All right, part one of the Platinum Kaizo teaser love story. No way!
It's okay, Muck. My ability is Magic Guard.
Look!
In Platinum Kaizo.
Magic Guard. Thank the lords.
Muck used sweet kiss.
Do you guys think this video will get demonetized?
Mom? Dad? This is Muck. He's my boyfriend.
Is this some kind of practical joke?
This one kills me.
What did I do to deserve this? My baby girl brings home a poison type into my house and says it's her boyfriend? You know your types aren't compatible. I thought we raised you better.
In 2026.
That sort of drivel is horribly outdated. I had hoped that sort of thinking had been done away with, but
It destroys
I'm
me.
not wanted here. I love you, Gardevoir, but I will not tolerate this kind of ignorance. I'll call you when I get home.
Don't turn your back on me, you damn sludge puppy.
I want to pause the video here and just open up a discussion. In the world of Platinum Kaizo, do we, like, we're all, like, this is a slur, right? This is straight up a slur. I don't want to say it out of respect for Muck. Muck can, what?
That's right,
Muck.
I have shadow tag ability in the new game, Pokemon Platinum Kaizo.
Guys.
I am Sinister Hooded Figure, and this is a true fact.
Magic Guard? Clear Body, Sableye, Simple Slowbro, Rockhead, Rampardos, Intimidate Stantler, and Shadow Tag Ditto. Enhance, frame by frame.
He transformed before I could move. Was it
Transforms priority?
You stay away from my daughter.
No, I love him. No. Muck, I'm so sorry. Please don't go.
I'm sorry, my love. I need some time alone to think.
This is heartbreaking, man.
I don't know if it's going to work out between us.
Who did Mr. Keating draw all of these, by the way? Mr. Keating might be my favorite person to exist. Is this the White Boy Weedle one? I want to use this as a public service announcement. When you guys think about my cultural impact on the nuzlocke community, what would you say stands out? Hilarious Gooner. Okay, I mean, that's like not what I was hoping. Regice. Twink. If there's one thing I want to do that I can look back on as my legacy, can we please, at least it'll spread, right? It'll spread. Can we all refer to Wormadam for the entirety of Platinum Kaizo? Can we just all make this like a trend to name Wormadam Adam? Please. I will do anything. Just name every Wormadam, Wormadan, whatever you want to say, name it Adam. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you right there, and you play Platinum Kaizo, name your Wormadam Adam for me.
And then
Oh, it is a slur.
beat him up and called him a slur.
I know, honey. You told me 36 times. Don't worry, girl. I'll protect you.
Protect?
Hell, right now, I'm the only one who can.
I am Sinister Hooded Figure, and this is a
Wormadam learns Protect, the only one that can.
You think he'll forgive me?
The shirt goes so hard.
Hey, Toots, you know I can turn into anything, right? Come on, what do you like? How about I turn into a slinky? How about I turn into a slinky? You like that? Yeah?
You're so funny, Harold. I like you just as you are now.
Harold.
Hey, babe, it's been pretty crazy lately, eh?
It's me, Chestnut the Mad Cardinal.
Chestnut the
from
Mad
the
Cardinal.
iconic ROM hack Pokemon Platinum Kaizo.
Shout out Chestnut.
Wow, Muck and Gardevoir sure are in a tough toozy. It sure is not looking so good for Muck. He got beat up by Ditto. Me personally, I wouldn't take that shit in a million years. I have guaranteed perfect IVs. I would.
If you don't know, Chestnut is a trade Slugma in Platinum Kaizo. And Chestnut just told us 31 perfect IVs. If you played Renamon, it's like Hamilton, the Growlithe.
My goo is a hurricane, babe. It always comes.
Gen 5 move Hurricane? In Platinum Kaizo, Gen 4?
I'm through with this terrible.
Everybody cat jam?
fight. Here comes the aftermath.
So my guess is that Muck also has Aftermath as an ability.
Okay?
Gardevoir does last forever. But what happens?
It's White Boy Weedle.
We're not spitting fire, we're spitting poison. We're not a bunch of posers or some pranksters. We're a bunch of super gangsters. DJ Ziggy's keeping it real. He likes doing
Wait.
drugs using poison to heal.
Okay.
Buck is a lover and a gentleman.
He looks like you. He doesn't. He does not. Do I look like... I don't look like that.
You want to step? Come to where the marsh is. You want to die? Go to where Mars is. You want to gain the youth.
Poison heal,
and
licky, licky, yeah.
Get ready for Platinum Kaizo.
They'll never let us be together.
Hi, Holden. The Holy Scripture.
Come.
Yo, Muck is ripped. White Boy Weedle's ripped.
Come back home.
Licky Licky's also ripped.
Come, God.
Now, here's what we know. In case I missed anything, shoutouts to the people who did all the research for this and posted this on Reddit. This is sick. We will not be watching the vibrator video, no. Part 2 reveals. Muck has Poison Touch, ability 2. I think it's Aftermath, based on the White Boy Weedle rap and song. Wingull has Gluttony. That's actually pretty interesting. Gluttony's a really fun ability. I've been messing around with Gluttony in my ROM hack, which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm making a ROM hack. It is Aftermath we saw in the live. Okay, gotcha. Pelipper, Unburden. That's an interesting one. Unburden's pretty good. So Pelipper can double its speed when its item's gone. Ralts, Trace, Curlia, Trace, Gardevoir, Magic Guard, and Trace. Sursk gets Swift Swim, Masquerade, Intimidate, so that's no different. Shroomish, Poison Heal always. And Beryllium, Technician always. Slackoth is still Truant. Slack King is still Truant. Vigoroth, Vital Spirit. Nincada, Compound Eyes. I don't even know what Nincada normally gets. Is it Compound Eyes? I really don't know. That Pokemon never... It doesn't even exist, really. Ninja Speed Boost, Shedinja Wonder Guard. Slowbro's a 50-50 for Shell Armor. Surskit stats are crazy. Oh, shit. Wait, it's base 409. Base 409 Surskit? Wait, it's barely worse than Masquerade. And it has 100 special attack. That explains why we saw the Surskit in the Elite Four with Swift Swim as well. Solaceon Town has accessible grass next to the daycare. Gardevoir learns the following moves: Psychic, Arsphere, Signal Beam, and Triple Axle. That sounds really bad on Gardevoir unless it's changed. Sableye has the ability Clear Body, and at level 100 has the following stats. Oh my god. Oh, that's at level 100 stats. 120 in every stat. Ditto except HP, which is 175. Jesus. Transform's a priority move. There's a Fog Gauntlet in the game. We knew that. Slowbro has its other ability, Simple, as its other ability with Shell Armor. Simple's interesting. Where Madame Snowcloak is its ability, I initially thought SHF added Covert Cloak, but it's not actually Pokemon specific, and Snowcloak fits SHF's hack spam better. True. Gardevoir does not get Future Sight in its Learn set. Part 4 info. Muck is an Orberg encounter. That's what I thought. I'm assuming Grimer. We got confirmation of Orberg Gym being its own Met location in the trailer, so it's likely the city is also an encounter location. Chestnut, the traded Pokemon in the trailer, has guaranteed 31 IVs. The trailer showed the trade to be Dunsparce for Slugma, so it is likely replacing the Kaza trade and Orberg, tying to the storyline together nicely. Okay, that is cool, so it's Dunsparce. Macargo has massively increased stats as Fire Spin was doing 80% of a Golbat's health with level 5 advantage. Oh my god. Okay, Macargo. Wait a minute. I know SHF likes Macargo based on Emerald Kaizo, it being so, like, good with like a lower evolution and like just being so useful. For reference, level 38, 0 special attack, my cargo fire spin versus level 33, 0 HP, 0 spin up, Golbat, 10 to 13, 9 possible 6 KO. Oh shit, okay. Or is that her fire spin's buffed? Swallow has been changed to a poison type damage move. This is a really cool change in my opinion. Or Madam, Flash Cannon, Leaf Storm, Signal Beam, Sand Tomb, Iron Head. Interesting learn sets. Oh, good point, Freya. Good point. Okay, so it's probably any Pokemon can be traded for Chestnut because the trailer also showed Crobat being traded. All right, I won't read out all the learn stats. We can just put them on screen for the video, for example. Anything interesting that stands out? U-turn. Mothim is probably the only U-turn mon, so it's one or the other. Oh, that would make it really interesting. So it's either you get U-turn or Protect. That gives Mothim an absolute niche because Mothim is terrible. Pachirisu. Buizel. Floatzel. Spore! What are we cooking? What is the logic on this one? Likely Snore. Okay, probably not Spore. Snore. That would make sense. Cherubi. Flame Wheel. That's cool. Cherim. Blaze Kick. That's pretty sick. Rock Slide. Okay. Shellos. Nothing too crazy. Surprised no Sludge Bomb. Oh, there it is. Yasharon gets it. Platinum Kaizo release date plus other info in the stream. Yesterday, the Platinum Kaizo team did a 17-hour stream on the twitch.tv/Platinum Kaizo channel, which had Mr. Keating, Drazeric, SHF as moderators posting throughout the event. There was more worth looking at throughout the 17-hour stream, such as the player getting access to Happiny via hatching an egg. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like, have we gotten access to Chansey or Blissey before in a Kaizo game? I mean, getting Happiny doesn't mean we get access to Chansey or Blissey, but I feel like Chansey and Blissey are usually too broken. Eevee being a Hearthome gift encounter, Makarko's other ability being Drought, and Floroma Town Flowers being Grass. Shout out to Munnet, who single-handedly beat the Mars fight using the Gardenia, level cap to 28. Okay, Unknown with Wonder Guard. That actually is pretty cool. I think that makes sense. Delibird gets Adaptability. Okay, that's cool. Farfetch'd gets Scrappy. Also a cool one. We don't see its typing. I don't know if its type's changed. Usually it's not in Kaizo games. Farfetch is an encounter in Twin Leaf Town. That's the starting town. And Empoleon with Aqua Cutter. Helping Hand Mist Drill Peck. Aqua Cutter is interesting. That's not in Gen 4 normally. Wait, met at level 0. Oh, you're right. Met at level 0. How does that work? Does that mean... Huh? Oh, you Pika Hex them in? That's what that means? Okay. Pokerus! It's still in, guys. Flame Body, Magmortar. Adaptability, Flareon. Okay, yo, let me be honest. Flareon with adaptability could be really good. I've played some ROM hacks that change Flareon and, like, give it, like, good coverage or, like, good speed. It doesn't look like it has good speed here, but, like, with the right changes, Flareon goes from, like, really bad to really good pretty quickly. So and Flareon's also my favorite evolution, so I'm very interested to see how it pans out. I think part of the issue with Flareon is its learn set and coverage is really bad. So Renplat Flareon, Ancestral X Flareon is what stands out to me the most. Stantler, Gravity Spatial Rend. Okay. Double Edge is 140 base power. It's 120 normally, I believe. Gravity Spatial Rend. Stomp is ground move. Wait, Stomp's a ground type. Interesting. Oh my god. Ampharos with no guard. Ampharos' sprite is so cute in this game, by the way. Ampharos gets no guard. That means Thunder and Ampharos is going to be pretty crazy. Wormadam. Bug Steel, Wormadam. There's Chestnut. Fire Spin, Will-O-Wisp, Rock Slide, Recover. Nothing too crazy here. Oh yeah, and Focus Blast for Ampharos as well. Solid Rock. So it's Solid Rock, and I'm assuming the player's gonna get Drought. So it's Solid Rock and something else. Flame Body? I don't know. Fire Spin's a 90 base power move. 90 base power. 100 accuracy as well, by the way. Celio. Nothing stands out here. It gets Bounce, I guess. Bounce is 85 base power, 100 accuracy. Okay, nice. Magic Guard Xatu. Chimecho with Levitate. Jigglypuff with Body Slam, Copycat Water Pulse, Gyro Ball. That's a really good sprite. And that's the last one. Well, that's nice. Let's go. Is there anything we're missing? Hyper Voice from the Mars fight. Okay, that makes sense. Chimecho looks buffed. What are its stats looking like? Mirror Shot is changed from 65 base power to 120 base power, 100 accuracy. Oh my god. That's crazy. Where do you see that? Put it on the Mars Fight and Valley Windworks, or we haven't reached this point in the discussion yet. Does anyone have a screenshot of that? Okay, we have some images. This one's kind of tough to read, but Great Marsh encounters Kecleon, Scyther, Shuckle, Muck, Rattata, Pinsir, Absol, Trico, Grovyle. This is Rock Smash, if I had to guess. Which is weird. Tropius. Oh, Honey Tree, probably. Tropius, Ledian. Dugtrio, Venomoth. Is this from the sludge or whatever? The marsh part? Then there's Seviper, Absol, Shuckle, Porygon, Rattata, Ludicolo, Zangoose, Apom, Vigoroth. Chatot, Ambipom off Honey Trees, Quagsire, Kricketune. Drowsy, Stantler, Absol, Ursaring, Rattata, Swalot, Miltank, Lickitung, Shroomish, Farfetch, Sunflora, Noctowl. Parasect? I thought it said Pansage. Then Lopunny, Carnivine, Absol, Victreebel, Rattata, Bayleaf, Luxray, Marshtomp, Bulbasaur. Grumpig, Roserade, Vileplume, Noctowl. Linoon, Pinsir, Carnivine, Arbok, Rattata, Scyther. Is that Seadra? Does that say Seadra? Gligar, Scorupi, Executor, Drapion, Ariados. And then we have a picture of the Mars fight in Valley Windworks, which looks insane. Skarmory with Filter, Impish, Stealth Rock, Tailwind, Pluck, Ironhead. Jesus. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Yawn, Protect, Berry Juice, Hippopotas, Sassy, Soul Rock, Bright Powder, Levitate, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Zen Headbutt, Light Screen, Gabite, Yachi Berry, Sand Veil, Fire Fang, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Protect. Oh, you guys can't see the Perugly, sorry. Gligar, Swords Dance, Earthquake, Air Release, Rock Slide. Caps 28 for this. Okay. Perugly, 22, Jolly Limber. It means you can't paralyze it. Sandvale, Gligar as well. Shuttle Return, Iron Tail, Fake Out. This fight actually looks insanely hard. Bro's pre-planning PK. We're just analyzing everything. Trousers Gym, you may only use Pokemon up to level 28. If you're watching this video, I have another video. Is the most recent video I posted as of this point that goes over the entire presentation direct they did the other day. So this doesn't cover technically everything. I would recommend watching that video because the creators of the game go over some stuff as well. Definitely check that out if you're interested in more Platinum Kaizo stuff. Stuff that we know about already. Apparently this was supposed to make it into the trailer, but it didn't. Okay, it's raining. I think we knew that. Oh, and there's grass. Encounter. So it's rain. I mean, we kind of figured it was a rain fight. That makes the most sense. There's grass in front of Gardenia, which I believe means there's an encounter in the gym as well, which would make sense. That would line up with the Orberg encounter. Let's read the message that was sent with this. Basic summary. After you've watched the videos, at the start of the game, players may interact with the PC in their home to the side on hard mode or easy mode. Hard mode is the default setting and will enable soft level caps for gym leaders and various boss fights throughout the game. Easy mode removes the level restriction, but also affects the game in other ways. Sinister Hooded Figure. Doesn't approve of people trying to take the easy way out after all. You may freely swap at any point, but once you set the game to easy mode, even once, the game may never be the same. Oh, wow. Here's another one someone posted in my Discord. Pre-trailer. Okay, Ferrous Sniper, Gardevoir, Magic Guard, Jigglypuff, Aftermath. I guess it's a balloon. Licky Licky, Poison Heal. That one I'm really excited to use. I don't know who has a higher attack stat between Licky Licky and Snorlax. I know at one point in some meta, Licky Licky was like the strongest explosion mon or something like that. I wonder if that's the same in this game. I would have to guess yes. Nidoking Mold Breaker. That's a cool one. Nosepass, Solid Rock, Pelipper, Unburden, Persian Super Luck, Perugly Limber, Sableye Clear Body, Skarmory Filter, Slowbro, Shellimer, and Simple. Firefang is 95 base power. Extreme Speed's 100 base power. Iron Tail's 120. Last Resort's 130. Leech Life's 80, so it is modern Leech Life. Power Gem's 90. Rage is a 70 base power fighting type Pursuit. I believe Pursuit is also 70 base power or something. Superpower is 140. Stomps 90 base power ground type attack. Superpower does recoil damage. Tailwind is priority, plus 5 priority. Yawn is like Emerald Kaizo, where it's instant sleep. I think it's safe to say that the Fangs are probably all 95 base power. Dig is a 60 base power move. Cross Chop is now slightly more accurate. Bounces 100 accuracy, cuts 100 accuracy. Yeah, equip stat. I think we probably don't get Tailwind. Secret Power is 85 base power. Overheat's also recoil. HP Dark is a 70 base power move that acts like Taunt. 70 base power move that acts like Taunt. That's really interesting. And move before Protect in the Mars fight. That's insane. Holy shit. This is huge news for the unemployed. Okay, if you guys want to fill this out, it's a Platinum Kaizo FAQ form. I'll post it in Twitch chat and YouTube chat. Fill that out. Left side AI is fixed. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know, in regular Platinum, the left side of a double battle is just random. I don't know the intricacies other than that, but it's just random in double battles for some reason. The rules. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, if you're watching on YouTube, you guys know the Run 'em on Hall of Fame sheet. There's been some criticisms and potentially some controversy in the community in the past on that kind of thing. It being like, sorry about the brightness, it being like kind of gatekeepy and stuff. I think the issue with the Run 'em on sheet is it's run by like one person. What I think is that if someone's gonna make a game and wants to like document the history of it and stuff, they should do exactly like this. But what this is explaining the rules on how to get on the Hall of Fame sheet if you are to beat Platinum Kaizo. All runs must be completed under standard hardcore Nuzlocke rules. Encounter rules. You may only capture the first encounter Pokemon you encounter in each named header location with the following stipulations. Trade Pokemon with the ID link trade may count as their own individual encounters regardless of where they were obtained, as long as they are traded with a previous valid encounter. Trading a dead Pokemon or invalid encounter is not allowed. Egg Pokemon are equivalent to capturing a wild Pokemon on the route they were hatched. Egg Pokemon are not free encounters. Clausing of an egg Pokemon's hatch location to a legal location i.e. pretending a hatched Pokemon comes from a different header because the player theoretically could have hatched it there, will result in the hatched Pokemon being considered dead. The duplicate clause, starting that one must reroll their encounter should they pull a Pokemon they already own or is from an evolutionary line they already own, will be in effect. Players may only catch one Pokemon from any given evolutionary line. Split evolutionary lines, Eevee, Mothim, Wormadam, Slowbro, Slowking, for example, still count as duplicates and must be rerolled. The duplicate clause still applies to Pokemon that have been traded away. Oh, that's an interesting one. Generating a limited time encounter after failing to obtain it, for example, generating a trading Pokemon after failing to obtain it or missing an encounter from an area you no longer have access to, will result in an immediate disqualification. No longer have access to? Wait, there's areas that you don't have access to after a certain point. That's very interesting. Immediate disqualification. Creating a save state of your encounters on the first split and beginning your run from said save state is not allowed. So it's basically saying no guy packing. The use of Master Balls or any cheats that alter the capture rate is prohibited. Hopefully the catch rates are not completely miserable. Otherwise, this one's kind of lame. I'm assuming this also counts your starter. All Pokemon the player obtains must be nicknamed. Okay, Zoe, when I do nuzlocks on stream, I let chat name my Pokemon via channel points. By the end of the run, they all end up being nicknamed anyway. Is that chill? Like, it's not strictly enforced. That's chill? Okay, cool. Battle rules. If a Pokemon faints in battle, is considered dead and may not be used again. If all Pokemon in a player's party are killed in battle, this is considered a wipe. Once a player wipes for any reason, their run is over. Their standing in the Hall of Fame will be determined based on which fight they ultimately wiped to. The usage of items from the bag during battle is prohibited and will result in an automatic wipe. This includes using Pokeballs to stall trainer battles. Ooh. I disagree with that, personally. But it's fine. You must adhere to each split's level cap equal to the highest level Pokemon of that split's gym leader. No, a split is defined as a section of gameplay from one leader to the next and the final gym leader during the Elite Four. Pokemon must enter every fight in the split either at or under the level cap. Pokemon may only overlevel during battle and are allowed to finish the fight over the level cap. Entering any other fight over the cap is a disqualification. In the case of back-to-back battles, Pokemon may overlevel for subsequent fights as long as they never enter the field of play. If an overleveled Pokemon is in the lead slot at the start of the subsequent fight in a back-to-back, they must be switched out immediately on their first turn. If they cannot be switched out for any reason, i.e. Shadow Attack Fainted Party, the run is considered over and will be treated as an automatic wipe. Yo, that is crazy. Okay. That is wild. Somebody left a comment on one of my YouTube videos that I thought was really interesting and worth a discussion. This comment may be a bit long, but hear me out. I have a theory that they will make you go to the post-game islands before the Pokemon League. I have 4 reasons behind this. This isn't confirmed. This is just a theory. And I think it's interesting to read. The Team Galactic stuff, Mr. Keating mentions how there will be a ton of tag battles, and they showed Marley now appearing in the main story. Where was Buck? It would also be weird if they left the Heatran storyline out if they say there's no more Galactic Grunts, or if there's more Galactic Grunts than normal, or whatever he said. The encounters, I would be very surprised if there would be 100 map locations for encounters in the main game. If you include all cities in Route 224 plus Snow Point Temple, which is a post-game normally, there would still be only a total of 83 encounters if my math is right. And that's including stuff like Lost Tower on Route 209, which doesn't even have its own Met location, and stuff like Amity Square, the Entralink Training Place, the entrances and inside parts of each lake, Pal Park, etc. Maybe they add some of the sub-areas introduced in Legends Arceus, or I'm just going to be shocked. The level cap on Peach Out stream, it said the level cap for Volkner is 84, and that the Mount Corona event is likely going to be after visiting Sunnyshoire, and maybe even Victory Road. Additionally, in the trailer, it shows Mars and Jupiter tag battles having 96 Moltres and 93 Perugly. That's a big jump. Now, it could be entirely possible that the case would be similar to EK, where there's a huge jump between Juan and the E4 level cap, making the VR split pretty trivial. I just want to see, but I don't think they'd do that again, especially since the story climax will be squeezed in towards the end. I agree with that point. 4, 500 trainers plus new events. This just kind of wraps everything up together. Stuff like Marley appearing in the main part of the story, the Volkner before Karn at climax, and I'm sure there's more. Combine that with having over 500 trainers in the game, I would like to think there is no way 500 trainers are on the main island alone. Now, it could be entirely possible that they've dedicated or duplicated sprites and stuff. I would be surprised if they didn't. However, given that there are things in the trailer such as Galactic Grunts being part of the Fog Gauntlet on Northern Route 212, it would seem to me that the trainers have been reskinned to have different sprites, similar to something like the Boat Double Battle that's after the Aqua Hideout, and the trainers on Route 114 being reskinned as Magma Grunts move towards the entrance of Meteor Falls and EK. I thought that was really interesting. Now, none of that might be true, but it's cool. Corna has moved after Volkner, bold guess. That'd be cool. I wonder if there'll be a new word for trucking, or if trucking is just gonna stay the word for running the shit. Briefcasing. Yeah, probably. Full transparency. I am very, very, very close to finishing a beta version, honestly, like pre-beta version of the first split of my ROM hack. And I want to finish that tonight. I'm also extremely close to finishing my next YouTube video. So I'm going to be working for the rest of the day. As always, follow me on my socials. Check out my sponsors. But I am providing updates on my Patreon, which I think is a very reasonable price if anybody's interested in like seeing behind the scenes content of my ROM hack and future YouTube videos and stuff like that. You can support me there if you want. I'll be posting something there tonight, most likely. Thank you guys for being here. I will be live tomorrow for a while. I'm also gonna rest my voice, drink some tea. We'll be playing Blue Kaizo. All right, we're raiding North. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.